Over-the-counter ivermectin could be coming to Texas. It's August 27th, 2025, and these are your headlines. The Texas House today approved legislation that would allow pharmacists to dispense ivermectin without a prescription, a measure supporters are calling a win for medical freedom. House Bill 25 by Representative Joanne Schaffner authorizes pharmacists to sell ivermectin directly to customers under protocols set by the Texas State Board of Pharmacy. The bill also shields pharmacists from liability if they dispense the drug in a, quote, reasonably prudent manner. Today, Schaffner highlighted ivermectin's long history as an anti-parasitic medicine first discovered in the 1970s, noting that more than 3 billion doses have been dispensed worldwide. It's a ton. Texas would become the 5th state in the country to make the drug available over the counter, joining Idaho, Arkansas, Tennessee, and Louisiana. And while ivermectin is not FDA approved for treating COVID-19, it has developed a strong following among those skeptical of government and pharmaceutical industry guidance during the pandemic. The measure gained traction after Representative Schaffner organized a majority of House members to co-author the bill. In fact, Governor Greg Abbott this afternoon praised her alongside Robert F. Kennedy Jr. during a press conference for her efforts to add that to the session. Now, a similar attempt during the regular session failed. This time, Speaker Dustin Burrows designated the bill a chamber priority. Governor Greg Abbott expanded the special session call to include the issue. Groups like Texans for Vaccine Choice are, of course, celebrating the House vote, calling it the result of months of pressure on lawmakers. The bill will now head to the Senate, where lawmakers will decide whether or not to send it to Governor Abbott's desk. Harris County prosecutors have charged a former MD Anderson Cancer Center researcher with trying to steal sensitive cancer research and take it back to China. 35-year-old Younghai Li, a Chinese national, worked at MD Anderson on a research scholar visa from 2022 up until this summer. Prosecutors say he was caught July 9th at the airport with proprietary medical data in his possession as he tried to leave for China. MD Anderson confirmed Lee's employment ended on July 1st and said they are cooperating fully with investigators. The case comes as state and federal officials are warning that foreign adversaries are targeting U.S. universities to gain access to cutting-edge research. Security experts say that Lee's projects were tied to Department of Defense and National Institutes of Health funding, raising national security concerns. Alan Phelps, the CEO, said, "If you don't actively monitor research security risk, this is the result." A new Texas law set to take effect September 1st raises penalties for stealing research, increasing the maximum sentence from 10 years to 20 years. Despite those changes, experts caution that universities remain vulnerable. Research security is not an academic exercise, Phelps warned, and he added that foreign governments are targeting our labs and we can't afford to just write papers about it. Now, Lee's prosecution is ongoing while several Texas university systems and Governor Greg Abbott have not responded to Texas Scorecard's requests for comment.
America is at a crossroads. Now, more than ever, Texas must step up and lead the country. We don't have time to mess around. The only way to save America is with a strong Texas. You and I know this, but so do the enemies of life and liberty. Therefore, you and I have no choice but to stand up and fight. I'm Sarah Gonzalez, and to the enemies of liberty, I say, come and take it.
Three Plano moms say they've been harassed, arrested, and stripped of their nonprofit's independence in a bitter fight with Plano ISD over control of a choir booster club and its money. The dispute started in 2022 when the Jasper High School Choir Booster Club, which is an independent 501c3, refused to use its funds to repair the school's stage, insisting that was the district's job. Soon after, Plano ISD disavowed the club and helped form a new one. Administrators even escorted those new officers to a bank in an attempt to seize the original club's account. When the bank sided with the original officers, Plano police still arrested club leaders Laura Cervantes, Crescenda Lingenfelter, and Maria Luisa King. They were taken into custody, posted bond, and barred from handling money. Months later, a Collin County grand jury cleared them of wrongdoing, saying there wasn't enough evidence to proceed. But by then, the club's funds had already been frozen. In June, a Plano municipal judge ordered nearly $4,500 from the account handed over to the district for use by the choir. The Boosters Club's attorney blasted the decision, calling it an improper award that deprives parents of their nonprofit's right to decide how to spend the money that they raised. Plano ISD is now considering new policies to give principals and superintendents the power to dissolve booster clubs and seize funds if officials believe rules aren't being followed. Parents warn the fight could set a dangerous precedent across the district, one that discourages volunteers and hands more control of private donations to school bureaucrats. For more of today's stories, go to TexasScorecard.com.